Amazing. So welcome all to the first kickoff call with 1inch for the 1inch and Covalent Dungeon Data competition. Today, we are honored to have the guest, the co-founder and CEO from 1inch, Sergej, as a guest on our casual, like you could call it a fireside chat, you could call it like a podcast, whatever format you want to call it. But hey, Sergej, how are you today?
Hi everyone. Yes, I'm co-founder of 1inch, but I'm not CEO of 1inch because decentralized organization or network can't have any CEO. So that's why we are many. Yeah, all 1inch contributors, more than 50 people working right now on multiple teams working on 1inch network.
Amazing. Okay, so let's get started. Before we like to jump into 1inch, let's talk a little bit about yourself, your career, how you ended up starting 1inch. I believe it was a hackathon, which is a very cool story. So let's start there, just to give who's the person behind the name.
Yeah, you said right. We started on a hackathon back in 2019 in New York. It was from ETH Global, the hackathon. Really great one. Nice location and in New York. And I had a couple of talks with Vitalik Buterin, also Hayden Adams, Volks next year of my table, and I catched him as well and talked a little bit with him. So I came to the idea to just pick the unicorn logo, but we wanted to make it like more like this, like a little bit angry and like maniac, because our team name was Crypto Maniacs. And this name comes from our time on YouTube, where I and Anton did security audits on live streams, 3-4 hours in the night. We explained to people they shouldn't trust any smart contracts. They should verify what's happening. We teach how to read the smart contract. We found a lot of security vulnerabilities in some of the projects, and explained that the people shouldn't invest in Ponzi schemes as well. So it was a really funny time. And after that, we started to participate in hackathons. We participated in more than 15 hackathons around the globe over 1.5 years, almost 2. Won a lot of prizes. One of those hackathons in ETH New York we built. We had just the idea. Actually, Anton came with the need to have like 1D app where he can compare all the rates to decide where to swap. And I said, hey Anton, why not just split among the sources, because depends on the amount you swap on the DEX, the rate drops. Yeah, and to avoid the drop, you have to just split. And this is like this approach comes from our arbitrage trading. I did some research in arbitrage, had also my own bot. It was funny time. Really learned a lot from that. And the name itself comes from Bruce Lee. I don't know if you guys know Bruce Lee. He had this 1inch punch. He just punched the people like multiple meters from him away with a punch with the distance of 1 inch. This approach, like making something or doing something very efficient. I like this idea. Everything what Bruce Lee did was very efficient. And based on this idea, mentality, we named 1inch, and following this path as well. This methodology being fast ring and kind of very efficient team.
Amazing. So I'm just curious, why did you spend so much time at hackathons? Just as a personal question, what's attractive to you about hackathons?
Yeah, the first time when we participated together with Anton on a hackathon, it was my first hackathon ever. So I had already 15 years of software engineering experience and kind of architecture, security a little bit. And I didn't participate on the hackathons, but heard about that, wanted to participate. And one day, Anton said, "Hey, there's in Singapore Ethereum hackathon. Let's meet," because we didn't meet in real before, and we met us in Singapore. ETH Global Hackathon again, and on those days, I also I was talking with Vitalik. It was crazy time. It was incredible from my point of view, and the feeling you get by hacking in the nights through the whole weekend without any sleep, this is something special. And after this hackathon, where we won 3 prizes from sponsors like Kyber, MakerDAO, and Set Protocol, we just built, like, with small effort, application which got like some bounties, and we understood that we can doing this every month, because like the costs were paid after the bounties, and we thought like we can participate everywhere. And also here in Stuttgart, where I'm from, in Germany, we won a mobility hackathon from Daimler. It was very, very, very hard, and they didn't trust us that we have built it over 2 nights. We had a prototype with a display touch screen. It was like a board computer of a car with a QR code display. And you could pay with Ethereum and other coins by swapping on Kyber. It was really kind of a cool thing. And yeah, we started to become junkies, like adrenaline junkies, who participated on all the hackathons. Our goal was to get at least one main Ethereum prize. It took like 6 months to get it. Yeah, and after that we didn't stop. We just continued to participate until last year, ETH London, like February, I guess. After that, like Corona time is kind of bad time. After that, we participated in one hackathon, in a virtual hackathon, where we have built Chi token. And but I would like to participate again. So we have a great startup, we have a great project. We have like 50 people who contributing to that in the 1H labs. We have like a lot of people as well, and I miss this feeling to sit with all other genius people. I don't count myself to genius, but it feels good to be a part of this and communicate with such very intelligent people, meet great people like Hayden Adams, Vitalik Buterin, and some others. And this motivates people to build something like what we have built. And I wouldn't stop to do that. I would also participate in the next real live hackathon somewhere in the world.
This is so true. Such an amazing response here, because Covalent also started a hackathon. So we showed up at a database hackathon. So we're database engineers, built the initial prototype for Covalent in 2 days at a hackathon, ended up winning that hackathon, and started a company around it. And this is why I'm so passionate about hackathons, because you can't really predict what's going to come out of these hackathons. So this is now, we've sponsored 7 hackathons so far in 2021, and we have, I think, 3 hackathons ongoing right now. We have like the data hackathon, we have the 1 million wallets, and so on. I think it's a huge part of our culture and our ethos to just give developers the space and the ideas, and then see what comes up. You'd be surprised. We've been surprised every single time on what people are able to build, which is really, really cool.
What I can also share, when you participate on a hackathon, you learn a lot. So I improve my skills, like they jumped just to the moon regarding delivery. Also before, I was working in several startups, also aggregation startups. Like for example, I have built for LG web page their shop finder. So I gave the list of the online shops and also local stores, and I delivered it like in 36 hours without sleep. but it was really hard and like not usual, also for my body. And on the hackathons, I learned how to be very efficient. You learn to be very efficient, deliver in time and deliver with quality. Okay, it's like a proof of concept or MVP, but we try to make it like that it's working on in production. For example, approved zone to like monitor your approves in Ethereum. You can still use it. Yeah, it's like since more than 1 year alive, you can still use it. It's still working. And this is the point here that the Web3, this is the future. You can build something into life forever.
Absolutely, 100%. Okay, so let's talk about the actual 1inch project. So can you give us a 1 or 2 sentence description on what is the elevator pitch for 1inch?
Yeah, 1inch is started on the hackathon as a kind of with the first protocol, aggregation protocol, but nowadays this is a network or distributed network of decentralized protocols, which contains liquidity protocol, aggregation protocol, a token, and also instant governance and DAO. Altogether, this is not a closed ecosystem. This is multiple money legals which benefits from each other. And also there's of course the app to just make it possible to use all the protocols, and also a wallet. We came just to the idea just to build our own kind of 1inch network wallet, because we didn't find a wallet on the market which fulfill the needs which we had. For example, I have here Apple Watch, yeah, and if I make a transaction on, I don't know, Trust Wallet or Archer, I get a notification here on my phone. I have to open it after I connect it through Wallet Connect. So, and it's a mess, you know, like a lot of steps to do. But with 1inch wallet, you can just look at the watch. You see a notification, the watch verify the call data, parse the call data, and show, okay, this is a swap on 1inch. You swap Ethereum in this amount to DAI in this amount, yeah, and you pay this amount of gas, and you can just approve it here on the watch. Yeah, this is such cool things you can build, and also more teams are joining. We have independent developers, also kind of community members who participate as community man, kind of admin, moderator. They get grants from the foundation. Foundation is an independent organization which released the token, issued the token, to make it like as decentralized as possible. Foundation distributed the token at the beginning on the Christmas night last year, and also distributed 2 months later, I guess, or one and a half months later, the token to make it more decentralized. So, and one day we will have very advanced governance similar to Compound, where code can be executed, but right now the token is not decentralized enough. That's why we decided to just build kind of instant governance where you can stake the token and you can vote for specific settings, and you can of course participate in the forum and make a proposal. You can also apply for the grant, and you can get, like, for example, $100,000 in 1inch tokens to build your own startup on top of 1inch network, or you can also join the 1inch network. And two teams right now are in the pipeline to join. We will announce very soon these 2 teams. Incredible products, incredible teams, hardworking teams, got grant and are going to improve it. So everyone is welcome to join and participate here as well.
So let's understand this, where 1inch is in the stack. So 1inch is a DEX aggregator, which means that it sits on top of Uniswap and SushiSwap and all of these DEXs and gets you the best rate. So in theory, 100% of the traffic needs to go to the DEX because it's going to be the best prices at all times, because it gets you the multiple paths. It's also able to jump between dexes, which if you go to Uniswap, you can never get, it jumping and hopping between SushiSwap and other kinds of dexes. So the ideal case is 100% of the traffic goes through 1inch, but it's not 100%. Do you know an estimate of where it is, what volume goes, like what is going to tip over to that 100% mark? What is like the showstopper and the blocker there?
Yeah, 1inch, again, 1inch is a network of distributed network of decentralized protocols. And one of those protocols, the first protocol which I built with Anton back in 2019 on the hackathon, is the aggregation protocol. And yes, you're right. We aggregate all the existing liquidity sources right now in Ethereum. There are like more than 52 liquidity sources.
Wait, 52? You said 52 DEX? Oh, wow. Okay.
Liquidity sources. We call it liquidity sources because, for example, liquidation positions on Aave is also a liquidity source. When market moves, and so everything pumps or dumps, Aave open actually just like similar to limit order option to swap, and we can swap through also, we can liquidate a position if it makes sense. And the Pathfinder, this is algorithm which was written by the first algorithms were written by Michael and Anton, my co-founder. Michael is the first kind of employer and lead blockchain engineer. Around that, I built on the couch of my sister over a weekend a kind of algorithm which aggregates among multiple markets. It goes through, for example, if you swap Ethereum to DAI, it look also in the liquidity of the different markets. For example, Ethereum USDT DAI, Ethereum maybe double BTC DAI, and it's a very complex thing. And we try to just use the whole liquidity on the market. Theoretically, it would work also on centralized exchange. For example, in Binance, we are able with our algorithms. It's right now not live, but theoretically we can also aggregate among centralized exchange order books. For example, if you swap from Bitcoin to USD, because the market is dropping right now when we are talking, it's dropping. If you would like to make an exit, you can do it by swapping Bitcoin to USD. You can swap Bitcoin to Ethereum and then to USD. And so you can use multiple kind of markets and order books. So, and we see a lot of people using Uniswap, but there are some problems with Uniswap and similar exchanges, direct dexes. For example, Balancer, SushiSwap, and Uniswap has the same problem. Not whole liquidity is concentrated in a single dex, and you're also not using like something else than Google, right? Google is also aggregator. So, and you would like to find something, you go to Google. And similar here, if you would like to get the best rate by taking into account of gas costs, you get the best route on 1inch, because we have a huge amount of liquidity source integrated. We support multiple networks, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon. And our share is around 10% to the whole volume. Yeah, but you should think about this. Statistics are not really right, because, for example, Uniswap shows own statistic, but our volume is in the statistic of Uniswap. Yeah. You know, and the thing is, when we use Uniswap, it can be that we use multiple pools in Uniswap, multiple markets. For example, I swap $1 million of ETH to USDC. We will use Ethereum to USDC. We will use Ethereum to WBTC to USDC, and maybe also USDT, USDC through Curve. So one swap on one each can, in $1 million swap on one each can mean potentially 3 million on Uniswap, and 1 million on Curve in the same time, and maybe on Balancer like $500,000. Yeah, and we should maybe create on our side a dashboard in June Analytics where everyone can see the real volume on the routers, so Uniswap router and our router. And our router is more optimized than Uniswap for V2. You save 10% of the gas cost by using one each on Uniswap V2 pools. And we are going to also improve the router also for the V3 very soon.
Yeah, so you know, the Covalent token is coming out soon, within the next couple of weeks. And we've been planning out the liquidity and provisioning the liquidity. And one of our advisors suggested that just concentrate all of your liquidity into a Covalent ETH pair or Covalent USDT pair, and let everyone else use 1 inch, which will figure out the best prices rather than rather than fragmenting your liquidity, right? If you have like, you know, $5 million, instead of making like 3 pools across like 2 exchanges, that's like 6 pools, and having very little liquidity, just have 1 pool and then let the 1 inch do it. Would you have more thoughts to share, more advice to share beyond just that?
Yeah, I agree to this. You shouldn't distribute it to different markets and pairs. It makes no sense since we are here. 1 inch can route. We cover multiple combinations. We can offer to swap any token to any token. We can, because we find the right way how to swap this token to the right token where you have the liquidity. Of course, you should take a token which is liquid on the market. So Ethereum is a good one. It's very liquid. USDC, potentially USDT. I prefer maybe like using USDC maybe on the start, and later maybe with Ethereum, because when Ethereum grows and you build on Ethereum, you know, then your token grows as well. Yeah, with Ethereum together. Also, what is very important is that you should put in the right protocol your liquidity. We have a lot of protocols right now. We have Balancer, we have Uniswap, we have a fork of Uniswap, SushiSwap. Actually, from the technology side, everything is the same. This is like onboarding curve based and automated market maker. And there's a lot of issues. For example, everyone can front run the people who swap. For example, if someone swap with like 2% or 3% maximal price impact, then someone can swap before you and swap after you in the same transaction by using flash pots, guys, and bundle it. And you will lose like up to 2-3%. Yeah, and this is very, very bad. We have also a solution on our side. We introduced the 1 inch liquidity protocol last year under the name Uniswap in the first version. It was like a meme release, I would say. We just had the idea how to protect the people from front running, how to let the liquidity provider earn more by cutting the earnings from arbitrage traders. So we introduced virtual balances. Vitalik was talking about it already 2017. Somehow no one implemented it yet. The thing is, we can protect the people from front running, and on the first sell by initial liquidity providing, no one can front run you. Yeah. Also, this cutting money from arbitrage traders is also very important. In Uniswap, for example, if someone swap in one direction with high price slippage, most of the money would go to arbitrage trader, because the arbitrage trader would just jump in the same block, would swap back, and would cut maybe 5% of the money. Yeah. For example, if you have like price slippage of 10%, yeah, the arbitrage trader can cut and earn a lot of that. invertible balances helps. I don't know why Hayden didn't implement it in the version 3 Uniswap. I like actually Uniswap v3. It's a great approach. So you can, for example, also for your initial coin offering, maybe on the DEX, you can also just define, okay, from this price range to this price range, I put liquidity. So in your case, you don't need to have Ethereum on one side or USDC on one side, and the other side you token. You can just put start price and put only one token just until a specific maximum price. So you have kind of predicted sell, yeah, of your token. And this is not bad. This is really not bad. But still, again, no front running protection. Yeah, and also I missed some opportunities for advanced settings. So to change to not have only a 0.05% fee or 0.3 or 1. I need maybe 5% because in special directions. For example, I have your token, yeah, and I would like to sell it, yeah, for maybe 0%. Yeah, I need just USDC for your token because I have bought a lot of them. I would like to sell it in time until specific price is reached. But I don't like to buy it back without charging high fee. For example, I sell it with 0 fee, but I buy it like with 5% fee or maybe 10% fee because I don't need it. Yeah, for example, yeah, because I am trader, I speculated, and a specific part of the tokens I would like to sell. These special settings, advanced settings, are not implemented yet in Uniswap v3. We are thinking about to go maybe this direction, and actually I would like to contribute to Uniswap code personally, but they release it under business license, and that means everything what I would contribute would own Uniswap and would earn on that, on selling license. And that's why we are like staying right on the point that we wish to contribute. We can implement this front running protection and some other cool things, but we can't right now because of this license. Right.
Why not do this on Sushi or Pancake?
So it makes maybe sense to use a chain which charge less fees. Right now there are some problems with Binance Smart Chain. I see a lot of reorganizations because blocks are too big, blocks coming too fast, and also our nodes, which we run from Managed Labs, they have problems. Really, they have problems to sync in time, and the quality it's not that good as in the beginning because they have a lot of transactions. So, and actually this is funny to see. This is like experiment. How would Ethereum would looks like in the future without any development regarding Ethereum 2.0 or maybe proof of stake. So, and maybe it makes sense to use Polygon right now. There's a bridge. You can just bridge your token, and there's also how I have seen a lot of good liquidity. We agreed also among them, and these transaction costs are really very small. So you can do this initial coin offering on a DEX and on a chain where the transaction is cheap, so everyone can participate, everyone can buy a little bit and later transfer to Ethereum through the bridge. This could be also a great thing. But Pancake Swap is for Uniswap fork. I don't see any value behind that. So of course we see a lot of huge numbers, but you know, it's easy to show big numbers when you are the liquidity provider, or the one liquidity provider with the whole liquidity there. So you can do this wash trading, and you can trade as long you want because you get all the fees. So this is, I don't say this is like that, but it can be used like that. Yeah. So, and yeah, I don't see any from a technical perspective any value behind Pancake Swap.
Yeah, so we we run BSC nodes ourselves at Covalent, and BSC is probably we're one of the few projects out there to provide balances, token balances, and historical transaction data for BSC. And we are seeing so much traffic on Binance Smart Chain. Really weird. Like, we had to turn off sealing so that we can sync our nodes, right? Otherwise, the nodes cannot keep up. And then also we see every day at 6:30 a.m., there's a huge influx. It's almost like someone is snapshotting the entire chain to BSC. So 6:30 a.m., our entire pipeline, it just stalls because the volume is like 50x, right? And so there's like really weird things. But what I would like to actually communicate to the community is that the problems we're seeing on BSC, we'll see this on every single chain. We'll see this on Polygon in 6 months. We'll see this on Moonbeam and like all of these other chains in 6 months to a year. It's just a matter of time before because this is how systems scale. So I think this is a good opportunity for the community to build these robust and resilient systems, because this is what is going to be every day in like 6 months to a year, right? It's just no other escape. It's just BSC has grown so fast that we've basically speeding up that timeline.
It is, the storage is growing, so it's insane. So also we have troubles with our nodes because of the storage is also quite expensive. And what can really help is layer 2, for example, CK Sync or CK Porter, which promise more than 20,000 TPS. And this is huge. This is huge. This is the next big thing. Also, of course, there's also optimism, but CK Sync, CK Porter is it's better because everything is already proven compared to optimism, where maybe a kind of withdrawal process can take like a huge amount of time. Yeah, and but still valid kind of platform. We will, I guess, also deploy there and look what happens when first people start to using it. Yeah.
Would is this cross-chain liquidity sources on your roadmap at 1inch?
We don't see us in a role to build bridge applications. So, and what I like on Ethereum, that you can do something in one single transaction, and if something goes wrong, you can roll it back. On the cross chain, it's not possible. Yeah, so you cannot just roll back one transaction which happened with maybe high price leakage, or someone just front run you and you got less than expected. And you will have kind of, like you swap half on Ethereum and the other half on Polygon. And the first half was bad, and the other half can be executed, kind of, or maybe it's executed and you have a huge loss. Of course, you can try to protect the people, but I don't see any benefits. Like, why is the liquidity better on Polygon than compared to Uniswap? Or I don't think so. That it's a problem to have a kind of wrapped double. For example, wrapped BTC, WBTC also on Ethereum, and swapping Bitcoin on Ethereum. There's enough liquidity.
Okay, cool. You guys launched on Polygon a couple of days ago. How is that going? And love to know what is the latest on that, and how did you come about picking Polygon as your first choice?
It was not really first choice. So first of all, we decided to expand to Binance Smart Chain when we have seen a lot of people using it, and same happened also on Polygon. People start using Polygon because it's more cheaper than Binance Smart Chain, and they have a little bit different system. So they have also proof of stake, but a different one. From my feeling, the performance is much better on matic. Also, the nodes are better. When I swap on Polygon, it's already happened, and the we have also Polygon nodes, fast nodes, and they are quite well. So they sync very well because they have like not similar approach as Binance Smart Chain. They use they have kind of also they use I forgot the name.
Heimdall, which is the Cosmos based.
Yeah. Heimdall helps, I guess, a lot to keep in sync all the states. So and yeah, it feels good, but you're right. We will have like 1 terabyte on space soon, very soon, and soon we have a lot of transactions. And yeah, we have seen traction. We just deployed. It was actually quite easy because we did it already with Binance Smart Chain. UI was prepared. The UI team just integrated it like in few hours. What we didn't do, we didn't expand with the DAO and liquidity protocol. There are some discussions right now in the teams. We will think about that and maybe deploy also. I will ensure that the bridges also were secured. So they had like also the problem. They had a multi-sig for the bridge, like 2 or 3, and just like, you know, stupid.
Now it's 518.
Yeah, they improved it. How now? We have to verify that, and maybe yeah, we will also roll out the contracts there, and we can also enable the UI for that.
Okay, and how is it going so far? Like, have you been able to collect stats on matic? How is it growth? Are you happy with it? Do you have visibility, or is it still too early to say?
Yeah, I didn't check the latest statistics. The problem is Dune Analytics is not working on Polygon yet. It's difficult to get the right statistic there. But also the like, you know, the Explorer is a piece of shit from my point of view. But how I know, Etherscan plan to support also Polygon, so they will maybe release Polyscan or something like that, and then I would be happier to like analyze better the data. But I have seen in the first days a lot of transactions, and we get really great results on aggregation. It feels good right now. So I don't know if you have seen our GIF. We showed this portal, and the thing is like Ethereum is burning, Binance Smart Chain is burning, and we see this portal with green environment, with yeah, healthy system, and our next GIF looks like similar, that everything is burning and we are going to layer 2 or something like that. So, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So with regard to stats, someone from our community has built a 1-inch dashboard, and you know, Covalent, we indexed about 8 blockchains so far. So it's really simple to build that for Polygon and BSC as well. And so I think as part of this hackathon, someone from the community will build that dashboard. So you know, we'll love to get them to share.
This is great. So also, the thing is, if you're building something for us, don't look really on the bounty price. I'm not sure how many it was, like a couple of $1,000s, but think also about that you can get a grant from the foundation, like $100,000 in 1-inch tokens, to work on your own startup, just if you build something useful. So we have a lot of needs for this data analytics. For example, what is the performance of our liquidity protocol? Yeah, we trying to get someone doing this analytics report. What I have seen, we on a huge dump in February, where we had like 30% just dump on the prices. 1-inch liquidity protocol performed very well. It collected like half of the fees what Uniswap collected, but with 6 times less volume. And this is huge. This is really huge. And I didn't compare it with V3. V3 has really nice approach with this allocation for specific parts of prices, but also some disadvantages. For example, impairment loss. Yeah, when Ethereum drops, you will have Ethereum, and it stops somewhere, and the price drops, and you have less USDC, much less USDC than at the end. Of course, there are some risk trade-offs, but I like this development. What happens right now? Balancer V2 as well released also interesting approach, having kind of one wallet and reducing gas costs.
Yep. So community, please take note that if you're able to build a cross-chain analytics dashboard, which I believe some of our alchemists have already built on Ethereum mainnet, you not only get a chance for the bounty prices, which is just I would say it's not really what this does is it gives you that, it opens the doors for a much bigger opportunity with 1inch to even build your own startup. So think of it that way. So we are here to support, 1inch is here to support. That's what this whole dungeon data is meant towards. Okay, cool. And then can you tell me what keeps you up at night? What is stressing you out right now?
My whole life is now hackathon. So before like we raised the first money from investors for 1inch Labs, it was like a hobby, like pet project, where I traveled around the globe, and every month or maybe every 2 weeks I was somewhere and was hacking over 2 nights without any sleep. And nowadays the whole life is a hackathon. Yeah. So I work on several things. Personally, I jump a little bit. So we have several teams. We have different teams. We have iOS team. We have a front-end team. We have a backend team for the algorithm. We have also smart contract teams. And I jump where I am needed. So for example, this weekend I was working on the couch with my sister again on the algorithm to improve it. I found out that I can press more better results. Yeah, we are going to upgrade it soon after the tests and audits, and also. I don't know. I jump also in the DevOps, for example. We have our nodes. I'm actually like full stack. I can also participate in the front end. Yeah, I jump everywhere and try to help the people. Also, discussions about new ideas, approaches, how we can improve the network. Also, like talking with potential new teams, participating in interviews and so on, and sharing just the mentality and the vision of 1inch network. That's what I'm doing. And
amazing. So
like four hours of sleep only.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, bull market too. On top of that, you have all the other kinds of stress.
The thing is, it's not about the money. For me personally, I don't have right now any 1inch tokens, because our tokens are locked like until December, and I will get only one small part of like one small part of that. And it's not about the money, it's about building the future. Like we are building the future here, not kind of this makes fun.
Very inspiring. So I just want to ask one more educational question. We want to capture this from your perspective. Can you describe the difference between price impact and slippage? Because I've seen so many people get burned because they mix up the two. So can you explain in for a newcomer who's using Uniswap, what is price impact and what is slippage?
Actually, for me, it's the same. So we call it, at the beginning, we call it slippage, price slippage, and we change it to price impact. So actually, The thing is, actually, there are two things what can happen, yeah. But in both ways, it's price impact actually, and the price slippage. For me, it's the same. We can maybe say later what you mean under, or what you understand under that. So, but first of all, when you swap a specific amount of tokens to another token, you get in US dollar most of the times less than you had before, because depends on the amount you swap, the return amount and value, yeah, drops. Yeah, we try to mitigate to solve this problem. We introduced the aggregation protocol for this. We at the beginning we split it among liquidity sources. Nowadays we route among different markets and split also inside of these paths to reduce this price impact. And then you have also one more thing. When you swap and you say, okay, what I see right now, yeah, what I can potentially get, and if you swap with zero price impact in the UI, in the settings, also in Uniswap it has the same. You have the same setting. You potentially you will not get the tokens. The transaction would fail because it happens a lot on the blockchain, and the transaction take like on Ethereum 14 seconds maximum, or in average. And it can happen that someone swapped before you, and you will not get this specific amount. And in the front end, also same on the Uniswap, you can set your maximal price impact, what you accept, to get less of the destination tokens. And this setting can be used for the front runners. For example, what I explained already on Uniswap, if you set 3%, the front runner can just eat the 3%. But if you set 0, in most cases, your transaction would fail because someone swapped before you. Yeah, this is my understanding.
Interesting. Okay, great. Now we're almost coming up towards the end of our call here. What are you excited about for 1inch, like in terms of new products, new features, something you can share with the community? Let's hear some alpha leak here.
Yeah, I mentioned already, it was also already alpha leak that 2 more teams are right now in the pipeline. I'm very excited to welcome 2 more teams who will work on other protocols, new protocols. They will have also, it looks like, own token, but they will be still in the 1inch network, and then 1inch network will benefit from the money Lego from the team, and also in the reverse direction the same. I see that not only one core team should work on a decentralized project like 1inch network. Same for Uniswap. So I wrote like a couple days ago to Hayden and his team that we wish to contribute, and I wish to see also more teams working on Uniswap. Uniswap is a great approach, and we didn't contribute to the last Uniswap V2 version, where we released the Uniswap and 1inch liquidity protocol, because, like, you know, they have this ownership, yeah, and take all the kind of, I don't know if it's the right wording, cherries for themselves. But it should be like open source project. Everyone can contribute. It should be similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum, like Bitcoin early days. Contributors contribute, and if you have great reputation, then you have something to say. If you don't have a good reputation or any reputation, then you have to work hard to earn it. So, and we are ready to work and contribute also in other projects like Uniswap. We can maybe integrate all the nice features what we have in the liquidity protocol. We can integrate in Uniswap and use Uniswap, yeah, because like it would be more efficient, and multiple teams would work on same great decentralized product. So I wish to improve that also in other products, like also Compound, Aave. They're like, there's one team who's working on that. And this is like Compound is trying to work with the community, but the disadvantage is community is slow. They are independent developers and they don't have to do anything when they have time. Like as a pet project, they do it, but it makes everything slow. And multiple teams, multiple kind of startups, labs can benefit from each other by contributing to each other. I'm very happy that we released Wallet. We were like working like half of year. I supported those. I didn't develop on the wallet, but I supported all the guys. I explained what is needed. Right now, Android version is in working as well. So we try to explain what was. It's also the independent team, and we try to share the knowledge so they can implement that, and we will have same quality of the product. So yeah, we have more coming very soon. We will release a new protocol. I mentioned it already multiple times. This is a limit order protocol, which is highly efficient. This is a kind of new innovation. I know everyone says 0x limit order protocol is the thing, but the development stopped like two years ago, and the charge fee where it makes no sense. Yeah, and we built just highly efficient, low gas costs protocol, and it's possible to take profit and stop loss. You can really, it's working with the protocol, and you can build really nice trading strategies on top of the limit order protocol. For example, you can create a smart contract which would give the price in one direction and also in the reverse direction. So you can set for buying specific amount of fee and also back another amount of fee. And more, it's more possible, and yeah, it's coming, and it will change also, I'm pretty sure, the DeFi space.
Amazing. Yeah, very excited to see that come out. One final question, this is more of a personal question. Now, you told me that you're a full stack software dev, and you're not a trader or anything of that, but you're not from the finance industry. How'd you get so good at building financial products? It's something that I grapple with as well, because we're a data company. We're all like database engineers. That's where our focus has been on. And but our customer base right now is DeFi, right? We need to understand and speak to them in their language and build exciting features for them. How do you overcome that education hump? What is what are some resources to really for a software dev or a data person to pick up financial terms?
Yeah, we have a deep understanding of DeFi because we are like we are from the beginning, from a point of view on working on DeFi space. We integrated all products, all protocols which were possible to integrate. We read the whole code of each product, and that's why we understand how the whole DeFi market works. Yeah, also money market, Aave, Compound, everything. We just integrate everything and read the code. And yeah, I'm not the only one in the team, so we have other people with great knowledge. But it's true, not in the financial world, but in like software development, algorithms, and so on. And how we come to like solutions like we introduced with liquidity protocol, where we cut earnings from arbitrage traders. We just, based on our knowledge, we just try to solve a problem. We look how it can be solved. So I guess this approach what comes with Uniswap v3, it comes from research from Paradigm, maybe Paradigm, from Uniswap investors.
Dan is the guy who drove that.
Yeah,
looks like, yeah.
Yeah, and this is actually from traditional world, and built in a kind of DeFi manner. Yeah, that everyone can put in a pool, and everything is in a kind of one smart contract, but different positions. And yeah, just similar to us, but we don't have such researchers who say us, okay, this can be used from the centralized kind of traditional world in a DeFi world. We just try to solve just another problem in DeFi space and look how we can do it with, like, we do like internal workshops and think about that and do all the small research. But I agree, we need like more research also in this space, like as taking some, maybe hiring some people from like centralized exchanges, traditional financial world, and try to get some ideas. The thing is, I know one stock market here in Germany, in Stuttgart, where I'm from. They tried something with blockchain, but what they try to do is to take the centralized world and put it in a blockchain world, and use like blockchain as a database. You know, like it makes no sense to do that. Really, it makes no sense. And in DeFi, you should rethink everything, every approach, and build it in new way. Yeah, this is what we are trying to do as well.
Amazing. Okay, Sergej, thank you so much for your time. You're very generous in giving us very in-depth answers to some of my questions, and I hope to meet you in person once all of this pandemic stuff is opened up. I hopefully later this year. I know in some parts of the world it's still pretty bad, but hopefully good news is on the horizon.
Yeah, I will go to Dubai end of this month, so feel free to join.
So the borders are still closed in Canada, so no non-essential travel is still. But will you be in any boxing matches in Dubai? I'm just kidding. You know about that boxing match, right, with Andre and someone else?
Yeah, this is this funny thing. I'm like I have like MMA experience as well, so I'm blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay, you should
brown belt in karate and Muay Thai as well. So I guess Andre Cornet is a guy. It could be difficult to fight with him.
He's like 6'4" or 6'5", like his height. He's a big guy.
He's a big guy, yeah. But like we say in Russian, big guys are dropping loud. Or falling loud, something like that.
No, that's true, because their center of gravity is off.
But it's funny. I hope it's happened. Yeah, this fight. I would love to see it, and maybe it's a cool thing. Like make a kind of competition, like UFC is doing, like competitions between I don't know. DeFi founders, so you can like do sparring fights for charity, something like that.
Yeah, it's a funny turn of events. I think I didn't expect a boxing match to come out of that, but it is what it is. All right, Sergej, we're coming up on our time. Thank you so much for your time, and looking forward to the hackathon rolling out. Let's see what the community comes up with.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was a pleasure to be here. Yeah,
take care.
Keep building, guys.
Yeah. Cheers. Bye.